let's try to run through
the Tur Beit Yosef, yeah.
Oh well, no, we're gonna run through the thing, the sikum, like
Oh, you
fairly
want to do
fast.
Sikumi first? Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Okay,
but
very
fairly
good.
fast, just to get the layout, and then the real learning we'll do inside.
Okay, lo mich
Fine.
herausnehmen
Oh,
der
I
Sach.
didn't. Let me share it in case anybody needs it shared.
Does everybody have it or not? Then you don't have to worry
Here,
about
it's
it.
no, it's not. I'm sharing it. Like no, like this also. If somebody doesn't have it in front of them on the YouTube, whatever. Fine.
Okay, gut, sehr gut. Lo mich jetzt
Fine. So Choshen
sei
Mishpat
mit
Simin.
Chazonos, weil so this is what Nusi Gurari always tells me when we
Yeah,
learn
yeah, the
together.
Chazon Nation.
Yeah,
So
mit Mechabit mit Chazonos. So
right,
da noch
yeah,
mit
yeah.
Chazan.
Und
Okay.
da meneiget a Chazon Nation und a Chazon Sheni. Like
Okay.
a big show.
Baruch Hashem, we are. Yesoides Hagdoras Beisur Gneve Gzela Chemer Heisu Ligne Beligzel Beilu Afanim Huter. In which case is he actually mutter? I
Right.
have
When is it
del
also
ben
when is it mutter? Yeah.
yeah. I have del ben Ganu Legaza. By Gemara b'Masechta Bavakama. Omar Rebbe Lozer. Reuhu shehitmin bechoirshin betovach umocher. Meshalem Tashlumi Arbo v'chamisha Yemol dafer batzolon 54 sich behalten.
Yeah, so if he's hiding in the choshen is like I think in the tall grass and the wheat, something
Tall
like this.
grass, yeah, in
Yeah,
the
he was hiding. He was
bulrushes.
basically he was hiding in the brush.
I think it's called in English bulrushes. I think it's called
Yeah,
bulrush. Kloimer imro odem shut nitmen bejar. Yeah, in a wald.
yeah,
Kedei
he's hiding. Yeah.
nignoi behemus haroi ois sham. יש לו דין גנב שמשלם כפל או 45 במקרה שטוב אחוי מוכר, ולא דין של גזלן שמשלם רק את הקרן. הגמרא מקשה
Right,
על כך.
fine. So a person, yeah, so a person, you see that he's hiding,
And
right?
he's טוב
He's
אחוי
trying to steal the animals. So now he's a ganav. He's not a
טובח
gazlan.
אוי
He's a
מוכר.
ganav.
טוב אחוי מוכר ist טובח אוי מוכר, nicht beide zusammen. Oder verkauft, oder
Yeah,
ist
meaning
geschossen, oder
either
verkauft.
way you stole. But the
Either
key,
way,
the
right,
key thing here is the fact that you were hiding when you stole it,
right.
and
That's the word.
now and now
And
you're a
that,
ganav, which
and
means
that is, and
you pay 4 or
that's a
5, not just
that's a din ganav. A ganav
yeah.
is a person who does it privately.
Right. On the other hand, the gazlan who does it openly pays. He
Yeah,
only
like
pays
what
back
about
when
yeah?
he.
Well, openly is a gazlan.
Yeah.
הגמרא
Fine.
מקשה על כך, הרי אם רו אויסו יש לו דין גזלן, ומבארס שמאחר שמסחבה מהנושם נחשב גנב, על כך שואלת הגמרא, ולא גזלן היחידומי, ויעזוי רצח בגין הגזלן, אומר רבבו כגוין בניהו בן יהויודו, שנאמר, ויגזול לסחוניס מיד המצרי והרגהו בחונס. Das getan offene hate, weißt du es, no? He did it like openly.
Yeah. So fine. So basically, so what's the Gemara's question is that so if you see him, he's a din gazlan, right?
Yeah.
And the Meiri is going to answer. Is going to also explain it. But in other words, so fine. So he's hiding in the brush. So if you saw him, he's a gazlan, and if you didn't see him, he's a ganiv. So it's like almost like it's like up to luck, right? No. It's not about if you saw him or not. It's if he was hiding or not. Meaning, if he was, because his question is Ra'uhu shehitmin. Wait, so if Ra'uhu, then he's not hiding. You saw him. No, he was still hiding. Just you saw him. So the Gemara's point is, it's not about whether you saw him or not. Oh, we know we saw him. He's not a ganav. He's still a ganav. The point is that that his intention was he was hiding. And if his intention was he wasn't hiding, he's doing it openly, then he's a gazlan. And the truth is, you'll have even sometimes a gazlan will sometimes hide, right? But it's a different hiding. He's not hiding because he's afraid to be seen. He's hiding like to ambush, right? So this kind of hiding is a gazlan hiding, and it's okay. Well, it's not okay. I wouldn't call it okay, but then he's a gazlan, meaning he's not hiding because he's afraid you're going to see him. It's just if you see him too early, then you're going to flee and he won't be able to help you.
Right. So,
So
this
yeah,
is like the Meir is mevair
yes, now the meaning.
that the Meir is mevair that it's totally in the intention of the it's totally in the intention of the yes,
The Ganav, the Goslin, the guy of
Yeah, they got it.
the perpetrator.
Not where he saw him or he didn't see
Yeah,
him. Nicht,
yeah,
nicht in dem besteht die Sache.
yeah,
Verstehst?
yeah.
So this is an important factor.
Right, because and it's not just that. It's also the Meiri explains further, right? It explains further. There's not about if you saw him or didn't see him. It's about on what is the why is he hiding? Even let's say you didn't see him, right? But why
Yeah.
is he hiding? He's hiding. He's hiding because he's afraid that people will get him, or
שאם מסקבל
or he's
להסתתר,
hiding for ambush. If he's hiding for ambush, that's a gazlan, not a ganev. That's the Meiri refines a little bit on what the Gemara
right,
says.
right. שאם מסקבל להסתתר משום שמפחד ממנו שיתפסוהו ויענישוהו כיוצא בזה, הרי הוא בכלל גנב. Yeah.
Right.
Because a ganav does it because he's scared to be seen in public,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's afraid of people. He's afraid of or that people will. He's afraid of the punishment of people.
So then he's not a gazlan, he's a ganav.
He's a ganev. Right. Even if I feel say even it so happens that they saw his hiding place. But that's not the point. The point is he was hiding, and why was he hiding? Because he's afraid of the punishment of people.
So to define gazlan and ganav is whether the intentions of him hiding himself,
Yeah,
not if Bepoli was seen or not
not the
seen.
pill you saw him, you didn't see him, right? In fact, he doesn't have you have to be hiding in the brush. It means, let's say nobody was around and he walked right in, and he wasn't hiding at all. But he waited till people weren't around. That's
Yeah.
also hiding. Meaning he's this is also Bechlal hiding.
right. ואם אינו מפחד מהנושים לכן אינו מסתתר, הוא גזלן. וזה גזלן שמסתתר כתיקו של גזלו.
Technical, like as a technicality. Or a tactic.
באיש
Sorry.
לאומי
It's a tactic.
במערב כדי שלא יברחו ממנו
It's a
ועוז
lobbying
יוצא
tactic. Yeah.
לחויטב, הרי הוא גזלן ולא גנב.
Right, meaning it's an ambush. It's an ambush. If he's going to stand right in the middle of the road with his sword, you're going to see him a mile away. You're not going to come. You're going to go the other way.
So here
So
you have an
for him, he's
example.
hiding, but he's not hiding because he's afraid of you.
Oh,
He's hiding as a tactic. He's waiting to pounce on you.
The intentions are different. That's a shot. You understand?
Yeah. Even though Bapayel, he's hiding, but he's not hiding because he's afraid of that you're going to catch him. He's hiding because he's afraid he's gonna spook you and you're going to run away too early, and he won't be able to gazle on you.
Right. Behind you, show me okay. So the conclusion we come to is that it's that he's hiding because to be a ganav is because he doesn't want to be seen.
Well, meaning what's the reason he doesn't want to be seen is the question.
He don't want to be seen because
if it's because he's afraid that people will catch him and punish him, then he's a ganim. If he doesn't want to be seen because he needs to ambush you, he's not afraid of you. He just needs to time it to ambush you. Then he's a gazlan.
Yeah, because he's doing it as a
Why?
technicality.
Because it's not because he's afraid of you. It's just a tactic because he needs you to walk into his trap.
Because it's a technicality in stealing.
Yeah, that's a stealing tactic.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought the difference between a gazlan and a ganav is one is afraid of people.
Yep.
But not of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And
right.
the other is
one is not.
And a ganav is not afraid of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Not afraid of anyone.
So that's why the Meiri explains the Gemara, because when you read the Gemara at face value, you could read it as it has to do with specifically hiding or not. And the Meiri points out, no, he's just talking about, like, there's derech hagazlan and derech haganev. And when he means hiding here, it doesn't mean the technically that he's hiding. The Gemara means that he's hiding because he's afraid of people. Make sure I have the right thing right here.
Okay, wir gehen weiter.
Yeah, weiter.
Bald move schon bei Gemara. שאלו תלמידו ורבי יוחנן בן זכאי, מפני מה החמירו תורה בגן וישם בגזלן. I think this is what Rabbi Brunswick brought up now. אומר להם, זה איש הכובד עבד לכבוד כהני, הגזלן אינו ירם מפני אדם כשם שאינו ירם בקדוש ברוך הוא, וזה לא איש הכובד עבד לכבוד כהני, הגן מפחד מהנושים יסר מהשם מהקדוש ברוך הוא.
Right, the Goslin, he's not afraid not of people and not of Abishter also. Obviously, he's not afraid of Abishter also.
But the Ganef at least
he's afraid of people,
but not of the
he's not afraid of the Abishter.
So it's, in a sense, it's worse.
Yeah,
much worse.
It's worse, yeah.
Okay, כביכול לא עשו עין של מת, לא סגינור, כאילו אינו רואה ואוזן של מתו, כאילו אינו שומע.
No, he made like it says in Pirkei Avos, says there's an eye that sees and an ear that hears. It's he made kaviocha, like the eye doesn't see and the ear doesn't hear.
Yeah. שנאמר המעמיקים, מה שם ניסתי, עצה והיו במחשב מעשיהם, אומר רבי מאיר, מושל משום רבי גמליאל, למוהדו ודוימה, לשני בני אדם שהיו בעיר ועשו משתה, אחד זימן את בני העיר ולא זימן את בני המלך, ואחד לא זימן את בני העיר ולא זימן את בני המלך, איזה מהם מונשו מרובה, ואומר זה שזימן את בני העיר ולא זימן את בני המלך.
Yeah, he didn't invite the Bnei Melech, the king's people. Fine, but at least he didn't invite the city people also. The other one is worse. He invited all the city people, and the king's people he didn't invite. Right, like we find by by who is it? What was his name? Was it Achitophel, or what was his name? What was the son of David? He made a big suda, right? And Bathsheba came to David and said, "Here, behold, he made a suda," and the people of Shlomo and the Kohen Gadol, what's it called? He didn't invite the people who support Shlomo.
Oh.
Right, we have this in Shmuel basic.
Right. So that the idea is that he who was deserving of more respect was not accorded that. Fakir.
Yeah. So you're right. You made it's like they say in English, like you added insult to injury.
Injury. Right. That's what it is.
Right. Fine. Shulchan Aruch.
Shulchan Aruch. Ezo ganef halokech momen odom beseiser vein habalim yedim. אבל אם לוקח בגולוי בפרהסיה, אין זה גנוב אלא גזלן.
Yeah, so the Shulchan Aruch says it all, he puts it all very in a couple of lines, very words, clearly, right. And it's the whole thing, yeah. If you're taking, that the person doesn't know you're taking, you're sneaking in, that's a gun. A person who's he's not afraid that you're going to know, that's a gazlin.
Okay, weiter. Chaymer isur geneva hamoker bechazal. לגבי גנבת מומן נאמר בתורה לא יגנבו ופירשו חז"ל בגמרא במסכת בבא מציעא שאיסור גנבה האומר בתורה כל אפילו גנבה על מנת למיקות כלומר על מנת לצער את בעל החפץ בדרך זכויג ועוד זה שבלו. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the story of the time of the Baal Shem Tov, of somebody who stole something just to teach him a lesson, but they didn't really want to steal it from him? And he ended up not giving it back to him because he was ashamed to give it back to him. So ganze Maise, it reminded me of this.
Right.
Sometimes
because this is also how like the whole thing of that you're gonna become ragel b'davar.
Yeah, but it's
similar.
Also
like in other words, you're gonna do it, and now it turns out you were intending in the beginning, and in the end you became a ganav.
Right.
So why do you teach kids to steal matzah?
No, by the way, in
Chabad we don't do it.
We don't.
My minhag is I hide, and my kids look.
Yeah, so by
Chabad, that's fantastic. Hide and seek is better than Geneva.
Right, yeah. Hide and look is better than than take and steal. Right, in Chabad we don't do it at all.
No, they don't do it. Well, they do it. You do it with Teres Pikoden. You give it to him like you watch it over me, but not that you don't steal it. you can give it to the kids to watch, but with the understanding they'll give it regardless. And this is what I heard. And in return for being a good God, so we're going to reward you with a thing, but nothing to do with Geneva. Also Bichkehet, and you heard different.
Yeah. By us, we never, what's it called at all. We just we made them a shliach to bring the afikomen from over there, and then they did such a good job being a shliach. It's, I guess, a similar idea. One's a shamer, one's a shliach, whatever. We make them a shliach to bring it to do the honor of bringing the afikomen. But yeah, but it's interesting.
It's kind of like
because look, you have four Jews, 5 different ways we do it to avoid the problem.
yeah, Baruch Hashem,
Right?
yeah. Okay, so לגבי במתלתים ואילו שנתן בגמור במסכת במציע שאיסור גנבה הומר בתרא כולל אפילו גנבה מנס המקות וכלומר המנס לצער es בעל החפץ בדרך שחק ועוז להושיב לוי אפילו המנס לשלם תשלומי כפל.
As a joke, metanished, and even as a and you know what, as a joke is one is you can't. Allah has come of a kamal manas litzayir. In other words, let's forget Geneva. Who gave you permission to be mitzayir another yid?
Right.
It's its own. It's its own problem. Besides for that, here he's just talking about mitzad. Even mitzad, just the Geneva part. But even without the Geneva part, it would be a problem.
The story of the Baal Shem Tov was that somebody wanted to teach a guy a lesson not to be careless. So he said, "Stop being so forgetful and leaving your money on the table." Right. I'll teach you a lesson. I'll take it away.
And then the next time he's not going to leave it around.
Of course, he was going to give it to him back.
So you know what? That's the same thing almost like this last case of Almanas L'Sham Tashlumi Kefil. Why is he taking it? Because then he'll say, then he'll reveal that he was the one who took it. And he'll have to pay twice. He'll have and why? Because he knows that the guy won't receive a gift from him, so he'll force him to take the gift. I'm doing a good thing for him. In this case, like the Baal Shem Tov story, it's similar. Like I'm doing him a taiva here,
right?
Because I'm gonna take and give it back, but the next guy would have taken it and not given it back. So I'm gonna teach him a lesson. What
happened over there in the mice of the Baal Shem Tov, this chassid went back to the Baal Shem Tov, told him, I don't know how to do tshuva. He said, because after such a long time, I intended to give it back to him right away, but when I saw he went ballistic looking for it, yeah. I was nivhalti. I panicked about giving it back.
Yeah, I panicked. Yeah.
So I was too fashemed to go give it back. And years passed by, and the poor guy lost everything, because of that money and this and that. So now for sure I can't. But Shem Tov told him what to do, give it back, and Anyway, Bekitza Maisa, over there was no malice intended in the sense he never had in mind to actually steal it from him, but rather to teach him a lesson of being careful with your stuff. And then when you give it back to him, look, I have it. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave it laying around. I hope I taught you a lesson. It was a positively mind, but it's from Deswegen. Here it says you know how to do it.
It shows what that's right here. It's just fine. That's the halacha, but there it's showing like look what kind of things can happen from this.
But it's not only you become used to it. You might fall into it. You might fall.
Listen, this is one of the big problems with the American jail systems. Right, they have once a kid falls into the juvenile system.
Yeah,
it becomes very, very hard, and bechlal, and even let's say not the juvenile system, there's kids that, for example, they're sometimes maybe a little too fast to not try to hold them into the yeshiva system.
Yeah,
once a kid falls out, he starts identifying himself as this sort of thing. The Yetzer Hara is very good at this, right? The Yetzer Hara is very good. For example, if I'm learning Torah, right? The Yetzer Hara is he doesn't want me to look at myself as a lamdin. This is not so quick. But the second I make one mistake, right? If I snap and say an angry word at somebody, all of a sudden the Yetzer Hara convinces you, oh, you're what's it called? You're an angry guy. All of a sudden he's all over you. And it was the same kind of thing with Geneva. Like all of a sudden your Yetzer Hara starts convincing you you're a ganif. And it's
Right.
Yeah. Fine.
But
Plus,
the
well,
filo al
Rambam brings
menas
down.
sham tashlume kefil kegain
Yeah.
shruven rotze losse de shimon maton v'yadua shimon lo yikabel lochein hu going to menu al menas sham le kefil al zei osur is von deswegen osur.
Yeah, because even you're doing it. I'm doing it for his good. I'm gonna pay like this. I'll be able to pay him twice. No, you can't do it.
By the way, Isur Geneva, as the way we learned it in the previous Chelek, you only chayev only if aim kavanosel lehachzir. Remember that? When I get to Baltolin.
No, but that's different.
No,
That you're saying you're saying if his intention is not to pay.
Baltolin, you're chayev whether you have in mind to pay or not to pay. You're chayev Baltolin, even if you have. If you have intention to pay, you just not paying now. But right?
If you have in mind not to pay, now you're what's it called?
Then you have Gezela also. But in the case of any case,
you're actually over on Leisig. It says over there that you're actually over on Leisig Noivu.
But that's only if you don't have intention to pay. But if you have
if I have intention to pay him, eventually I'm over only I'm only over on Baltolin on the what's it called on the Shemesh, etc.
Yeah. The two Lavin and the Shemesh and also Lo Yolin Schoroi and also Ba'erev Titan Lo.
And Leisashik also because the
Sashik is it goes together with Geneva.
But at the end of the day, you're what do you call it? You're wronging him.
You're wronging him when you don't intend to pay him. Otherwise, you're not chayev.
I think the Leisashik is only when you intend not to pay.
Yeah. The only
Leisik is for sure only when you intend not to pay.
The two Leisashik is Re'echo, Leisashik is Oni and Geneva.
Right. The truth is, if you intend to pay him. You're only over Balsolin. You're over on the Shemesh and the Rabbanon and the Asay of paying one time.
Right. So now let's go back to this. It's mashma from here, from what we learned before.
Even your intention is to pay, but you did see. But it's different there because here there was an action of you were mitzi it from his reshus. There. It's your offense is you didn't put it into his reshus when you should have.
A
little different. It's a fine point, but here you were mamish meitzi biodayim mireshusay.
So let me ask you a question then. Do you think that would happen nafkamina in this? You believe that? I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, here would be no nafkamina. Over there, there's the nafkamina because the nafkamina is. Over there is if you intend not to pay him at all, now you become the same like somebody who was mitzim mirishusay mamish.
So then it's only chapsan. Then it's you only over only if you don't have.
Now you're over. Now it becomes like you removed it from his thing as opposed to you owe him.
Right.
Because like you're not intending to pay him at all. So now
here it's different. Here
it's the chatchila you were mitzim reshusay. It was already in his reshus. You went and took it from his reshus. And bichlal, even logically, it's a harsher thing. You know what I'm saying? You went and you took something from somebody's reshus.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, and it's bichlal. It's you know, it's funny because there's. From a lot of different Avedas, this is an Aveda that is so easy to even accidentally or whatever to go. You go and you take and you use something without somebody's like. It's such an important thing to have a respect for somebody else's issues. I'll use it now.
So you want to say over here? He's also. Gamze also is so the rice sagst du. Nicht gesagt der Rabbanon. When somebody takes something
and even there once if his intention was not to pay him at all, he's mamish leisig nevim the rice not even the
but if he took it with not intention to steal, is it when it says over here like bederech schek or bederech teaching you a lesson? I'm asking you what
that's a good question. From the way he's talking here, it's mashma, no?
It's mashma gamken osur.
And look at the lashon of Rambam the Shulchan Aruch is also I think mashma like this.
then you could carry your svara into this case also. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right,
That
because
because you actively did something.
yeah.
Not it wasn't a passive action. It was
Right.
an
It's not.
active.
It's not that I owed him and didn't rent and didn't give it back to him. It's I went and I was mitzi something from somebody's rishus.
Yeah.
So the chiddush is more over there by Baltolim, that if you intended not to pay him, it's the same thing like you're a mitzi mirishusi.
Yeah.
Fine. Kosvu Arambam Shulchan Aruch.
כל זה אנחנו יכולים לגנוב אפילו כלשהו דין תורה,
Right,
ועושה לגנוב אפילו
even
דרך
so
שחק,
Geneva
אפילו
is
המנס,
bekolshu. It's bekolshu. The isur is bekolshu.
ועושה לגנוב אפילו דרך שחק, אפילו מנס להחזיר, כדי שם תצא מבבל, הכל אסור, כדי שלא ירגיע את בחר. כדי שלא
So
ירגיע...
I don't know. So I mean, do you agree with me that it's mashma from his loshen that even derech schreik and even letzayir it sounds like he's saying
I do until
at face value
At face value, yeah, except when the words "kedei shelo yargil atme bekach" throws me off.
That's I know that is it slugs up the whole thing a little bit. No, but then again, but then again, first of all, if you look carefully, also ligneiv afilu derech schreik, put a period there a second. Period. Vafilu al manas lahachser da kedei shelo yargil atme bekach.
Ich will sagen, entschuldigt mich.
But the truth is, he says akel osur. So it sounds like he's saying...
A minute. So the thing is, we can learn, you can learn in a different way. You say, din number one. Also, lignev afilu koshu din teira.
Yeah.
Afilu bepochus beshove pruta is
right.
Also afilu bepochus din teira. Right? Right.
Number one.
Number one. Second, din number two. Also lignev afilu derech schoik. אפילו המנח זה החסיד, או כדי שם תשום כיפה לא כדי הכל אסור, כדי לא that's a separate din. That's a din. It's not din Torah. That's a din because...
But my question is, where do you put the dot over here?
After din Torah. The way they did. And the asur is a separate din.
I'm not sure. Fine,
no,
I get that.
I know that the Noisa can't talk about this.
Fine, okay.
And I know that Ika plukta bedover. It's not
right.
like
it's not so poshut.
I remember something.
Because you could put the period in theory in a different place. First of all,
yeah.
Second of all, there's a second problem that's created by that. Hakel osur. How far back does that hakel go?
Yeah.
Kadesh liyargas, and additionally, what's the kadesh shalayagat is also questionable what it means.
If you say like the impression I got because of the period after din Torah, so then and also
right. So then it would say right. That's not din Torah, but it's asur midrabanan.
I am inclined to learn like that, but I'm not sure. We have to find out.
That lines up also.
Yeah. Okay, laat me gezien. Laat me geen weiter, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Mehanimu kedei shelo yargidatum bekach mash vegeneva derech schek the Torah, which I just said right now.
Right.
Elo yesh beze isur genev mit der Rabbanon ulo meharambam besefer hamitzvos mash v'shegam b'tem b'chad isur genev min ha-Torah uleze noite shulchan harav zes dass ich bin nicht going gerecht.
It's
like you said.
Well, not even that. It could be, but the shulchan harav is not. Now it could be because the Isur Geneva is such a harsh thing that he's not to this. Like,
yeah,
meaning,
it's like you said.
Let's not play with this matter.
Like you said, it's Isur Doraisa.
Right. Let's not play with this matter. And not just it's Doraisa. It's an Isur Doraisa, like the story you just brought from the Baal Shem Tov. It could destroy somebody. Push it.
Yeah. But Yemold darf man verstehen. Why does he have to say Kedei shel yargat und bekach? That's problematic. Why do you have to? You didn't give a reasoning to the other one.
Right. It's a very, very strange. What do you call it?
Very strange. Okay.
The only way I find at face value to answer it is meaning he's giving the reason why the Torah was Eisur also this.
Could be. And somebody by the Shia said, "Wurde man gesehen." As the Torah gibt mir Natam for Torah dicke Sachen. That's we've seen Torah dicke Sachen.
We see it.
Something's gonna come to mind. So Lama hich mit why by Behemoth Gemara fragt why by Zoin is base and Arba and by and the other one is Bechamisha, right?
Right.
The Gemara asks him Bal Metzia.
Right.
So he says because you don't want to embarrass him. There's two reasons the Gemara gives over there for Dalad Behei. Dalad Behei, which is incidentally a din in Geneva, there's a difference whether it's Soin or it's Boker. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So the Gemara in Bal Metzia says, why by one? He says that. So you see, the Torah could say, could give a reasoning why, why the Torah said like this.
Right.
It's not. So the fact they said it means like this. Es can sein that even though he didn't have evil intentions, which may lead you to believe that that's why you should not be over Isur Torah of Geneva.
Right.
Afal became the Torah machmer geben auf nicht.
Yeah.
That's really that's what he's saying.
No, and it's not. And we see it many, right?
It's not the end of the world.
Why does he have to tell us? Kisheishes yomim os Hashem shemaim v'zoretz.
There you go.
Just tell us what to do. Right? That's our basic. What do you call it? So maybe it's a drabanon. Kishesh. No, it's kishesh yomis. Is the Torah telling you?
Let me tell you something. The thing of giving a reason that I just told you about Dalad Behei is no less than in Perek HaMafkid, which every kid learns at 5th or 6th grade, right?
So
I'm trying to say it's not some dubious Gemara, some hidden Gemara somewhere in Krisus or in Menoches, right? That nobody looked at. I'm telling you, this is in Bal Metzia. We see a classic example where you have a case where the Torah gives a reason why the Torah was Gezer. So over here, it fits very well, Rabbi Markel, because I doubted myself, but now I've come to the Hakara. Look at this. In the first case of the Mechaber that says that afilu bekolchehu the Torah machmer given, dos verstehst ja, right? Bechol dover.
Right.
Aber derech schroik.
Right.
Yeah?
Why not? Well, so why was the Torah machmer ad kedei kach? Why?
The premise is that you're chayiv there too, but what the Chaber wants to bring out, and the Rambam, is that even though the Torah said already that you're chayiv geneva saivi, now the Torah wants to bring out a sibah why, in your mind, you should be satisfied why you should be chayiv, because otherwise it's incomprehensible why you're trying to help a guy out. Why should he be chayiv? To will some helfen noch,
Yeah.
Come ashmalon that you're chayiv. I think that's the way the Rambam.
This is how it sits with me good.
It's good like that, no? And like that you understand the Rambam, and like that you understand the Alter Rebbe also.
At the same time, I understand those who
Yeah, but Al Koponim, this swallow that we just bring right now is of Genug that at least we understand both sides now. Before this,
right? Meaning there's a svara both ways.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Market, Choder kemar, v'choder kemar, finished, and that's it. Okay, ha'im mutal lokach es chefes shenoy dal mechira shaloi midas ha'meicher v'shalem olov. Ha'isu lignev afilu al menase shalom dovri yofim menu b'shulchan aruch kam birchus gezelo. Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna take something without that he doesn't agree. You're gonna take. Fine,
you're
but I'm giving something back better. You're gonna steal his. But ich will nicht, and it's mine.
Listen to this. I'll steal your dakas, batim, right? That they're looking for Mesheshis Yemei Bereshis, and I'll replace it with the gases. Beautiful, refurbished, mamish, like you never saw before. What's the kunz over here? The guy said, well, I don't want the gases. Why? Because there are people who hold, like the Alter Rebbe holds, that the batim should be out of shlil. Now, I haven't seen in the last 20, 30 years a shlil bias, which is but still people hold that it's better.
Yeah.
And the Alter Rebbe writes it's better. And the Rebbe wore shlil. You know that? The Rebbe never wore gases. And the Moshe Feinstein didn't want to see gases. And a lot of big people didn't want to see gases. Why? Because the Gehalt is besser. But du bist Eberchochem, du willst unterkaufen Ayid and tell him, I'm going to give you better. I'm going to give you gases.
No, he's going even, I think, a step further even. He's going a step further. Let's say that L'chol HaDeyis, what you're giving him is better.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm gonna listen. I need right now your
over here. It's not what I'm telling you.
I need now your Verstuken and Buick station wagon. I'm gonna bring you back a Rolls Royce. Okay, aber Shimon sagt, aber ich will nicht.
Yeah, but what's better for one person?
Why? Weil ich bin am Schugner. Aber ich will nicht.
Yeah.
Still Gneva.
Right.
Yeah, what's better for one person? You know, what's more for one person because he's machshavit.
Yeah, but that's what Avrami. That's what.
No,
that's
but this is going a step beyond that. It's even on King Seichel. No reason. He has no good reason. He's pushed on Mishugner, and he wants his old Verstunken thing, even though you're giving him better thing. But he doesn't want. Guess what? It's his rishus, and it's Geneva.
Avram, what Rabbi Makel is saying is that what Rabbi Makel is saying is the marshal which I brought is, you know, aesthetically. A gases looks more pretty than the shlil bias, right?
Yeah.
But upon him, there's a tzad to say that Al Pi Alter Rebbe, right, and other mefarshim also, they hold that that a shlil bias as unappealing it may look bechetzonius, your yotze the mitzvah of tefillin better, right? I mean. There are plenty of people who hold like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a common thing. So there you could be mechalik, but here he's saying lekula alma a Rolls Royce is better than a Dodge, right? And you want to tell him, you want to take it away from him and give him something which lekula alma is better, not like in the case of tefillin, which is nish lekula alma.
But it's my rishus.
Just you know how to do. You know how to play that shtick because you know how to take something away from somebody, regardless.
But now he's going to bring an interesting twist.
Yeah.
Because now we're talking about something that's not ma'arishus. It's not like meaning it's something because if you look in the title, it hints to it. So that's going to be different. In this case, what we're talking about now, we're talking about something that's not nayad l'schira. I'm not selling it. What if I'm selling it? Now what? You still have that. You still can't take it. Unless, which doesn't make sense. What do you mean? What's the difference? If you're selling it, then I'm going to take it.
What are you saying now?
So v'sham heisa v'shulchan aruch.
We'll talk to you. אפילו על מנת לשם דבר יופי ממנו כמו בשכונה גבלחוס גזלה ושום היסי ושולחנוך שיש מי שאומר הראש שאיסו זה דווקא כשהתשלום אינו באין אינו זומין שמא לא יהיה לו מה לשלם גם לאחר מכן.
Right, so we're talking about now, what are we talking about then? So,
ואין לזכוס לשמעון דבר יופי ממנו על ידי לוי ואין לזקוס לשמעון דבר I don't understand what's going on over here. What's going on? אם אתה שום זומין, noch einmal, ich soll Gott אפילו על מנס השם דובר יופי ממנו בשולחן גם בלחוס גזל, ושום היסי בשולחנוך, אויס אדם, as du tosses ist done, you're not allowed to steal something
right,
and replace it for something nicer.
Right, so you have three categories here. You have three categories here.
שיש מי שאומר הראש שאיסור זה דווקא כשהתשלום אינו באין.
Right.
What does that mean?
So when it's not when you don't have the liquid asset available to pay him with.
I mean, when you don't have the Rolls Royce.
You don't have the thing here. You don't have the thing. I'm gonna get the thing and I'm gonna pay.
You mean that you have when you steal the Dodge, right?
No,
or the Camry.
No. So here's so we have to split the categories here. One category is my thing. My thing, meaning it's not nayad lemechira. My thing. My thing that I'm not selling. I don't care if you have it cash money to pay for it. I don't care if you have a Rolls Royce to pay for it. I don't care you have something better. I don't care you're going to pay more. It's not zamin lemechira. No matter what, you cannot take it. It's my thing. You're taking something from my rishus. That's A. Now there's another question. Now let's talk about somebody who is selling something. So now it depends. Now it depends.
What are you selling?
He's this thing is for sale. This thing of his.
Yeah.
In the case of the Dodge you were talking about, it's not for sale. He's not looking to sell his Dodge. Now he's bringing another case also.
That he wants to sell it.
What happens if he is selling his Dodge? He has a big sign on it. If for sale, $3,200, you know?
Yeah, and?
Okay, so now, and you're going to take it, you're going to pay him. No. So that depends if you have the zamin or not. If you have if you actually have the asset of it.
You mean you're taking it away without payment?
Yeah. But
you're driving off.
But you're gonna give the money, and you have the money. It's right at home. I have the money. I just got to go get. I'm just gonna run and get it.
Let me drive home, and I'll bring you the money.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive home in the Dodge, and I'll bring you the money. And what's it called? And not just that, but obviously it's talking about without your shoes. Let's say the guy's not there, and you jump in his car, you hotwire it, you take it home, you bring the money.
Okay, la rosh diber של שמעון אמינot. שוכן הפוסק diber rosh. אם אין את זה מות הנאום ליגן משומן אמינot. עכשיו זה שמי שאומר שאיסו זה דווקא שאתה שם בעין. 1 second. Okay. So there's a new case over here. איסו ליגן ואפילו על מנס לשלם דבר יופי ממנו, מו בשכונו גם בחוס גזלה. ושום היסה בשכונו, das ist noch ein Din, another Din. שיש מי שאומר שאיסו זה הוא דווקא כשהתשלום אינו בעין. Then what? Then it's also...
Which means the Shulchan Aruch is clarifying.
Yeah.
He's clarifying, first of all, that the case he's talking about is
when he doesn't have the money.
Is when the thing is being sold. If the thing is not being sold, then you can't take it b'shum panim va'ifin.
Yeah, right? even if he has the money ready, he's still not allowed to do it.
Right. So the Shulchan Aruch is clarifying that yesh misha eimer. So he's clarifying that so even in a case where it's being sold, right? It's us lignev. But however, in that case where it's being sold, yesh misha eimer she'isur zeu davki kishtashlam ein be'ein. But if it's being sold, then if I have the money available, I actually have the money to pay him with, then I can do it. If I don't have the money available, I can't do it.
Okay, so that even in the case where he doesn't want to sell it, that even then it's also dafka tashlum bein in the zamen shemal im tashl zamen motel ruven ligno meshimon ven liskos shimon dover yof menu al de levi ben leschus shimon ven lezako is shimon dover yof menu al de levi. What does that mean? Shizaka b'zeh avur shimon. How does Levi come in here?
Honestly, it's a very megumgendige thing over here, but it seems like it's almost like that happened.
Shimon did
almost like that happened to be the situation.
I know what he's saying.
I don't see what Levi makes a difference.
Shimon went and he didn't steal it for himself. He went to stole it for Levi.
Right.
So he says over here, I figured it out. Look at this. Achatashim zam muta leruven lignem b'Shimon, v'oz tzakol Shimon dover yofim menu al de Levi. V'oz tzakol Shimon dover yofim menu al de Levi. Sheyezake b'zeh avur Shimon.
But why he can't take it for himself if he has it zombie?
ach im
Why
atashim
only?
zamen
Why only if it's
mutter
the
le
Levi?
Reuven lignoid me Shimon. Reuven is out to steal it from
It's
Shimon.
very not clear how they printed this part.
Ve'oz zakus the Shimon dover yofim mimenu al yedei Levi. She's gebezeh abur Shimon. Al yedei Levi shezak
Meaning
bezeh.
he's acting like a middleman. But he's just taking it and bring it to Levi and then getting and then he's bringing
Reuven, listen to this.
and then he's sending to him something better through Levi. What do I need Levi for here?
Lignoid me Shimon ach im atashim zamen mutter le Reuven liegen me Shimon ve'oz zakus the Shimon dover yof ve'oz zakus le Shimon dover yof mimenu al yedei Levi shezak bezeh avur Shimon שמאחר של ראובן לא יעשה שמעון דבר טוב ממנו שלקח ממנו על זה זכות השמעון והכלל הוא סוגן אדם שלא בפונה. Why is the tashlum zomin? In what way is it zomin?
Well, the zamin means it's
I know what zomin means,
well,
but how does that work over here? He's giving money to who? He's not giving money to Shimon.
He's taking the thing.
He said the money is mezuman. By who is it mezuman?
And then I don't know the situation. I don't know how Levi got involved. I don't know if he owes if Levi owes him something or has something of his, and he suddenly tells Levi go bring it to him. Listen, maybe when we get to that Smed, it'll become clear.
Yeah,
but here he doesn't explain it very. It's explained that's a little bit megomgum.
Do you know the what do you call it? Which Smed it is or not?
It seems Smesiv got involved, but I don't know if it was. Well, I guess
20. Is it in 20? No, it's not in 20.
We'll see when we get inside.
Smesiv
It's 18, but it's not really. It's in between. It's none of them. It's
okay. השח והשולחן אורך הרב פסקו כדברי הראש הסבירו על פי הטור שהראש לא דיבר על חופץ מבייסו של שמעון אלא הראש דיבר במקרה שיש לשמעון מוצר שמיועד למכירה.
Right. This is when he has a thing. He said that's up for sale, right? Like we said before, this whole thing that we're talking about is only when it's up for sale. If it's not for sale, nothing to talk about. B'shum panim v'ayfin. I don't care. You're giving him something better. I don't care. You're giving him something more money.
שעוז מוטה לראובן לקח את המוטה
it's in his
שלא
house.
ידיע שמעון. Then he's allowed to take it. ולזכו זה שמעון את התשלום על ידי לוי. שמאחר שהמוצא מיועד למכירה, ואנו יודעים, ועדו שמעון מעדיף את התשלום על פני המיצר.
Right, the proof is he's selling it.
שהרי ראובן אינו זה בסייסר, אלא באופן שיש עמו או דמאחר לוי שיודע בכל עניין.
That's the key.
Your question.
That's the key.
Answers your question.
That's the key. Is he has
because he has a third party.
He has a witness.
But
because otherwise it's like a ganev.
Yeah, but apart that he's
it's
a witness.
Still a little bit. Somebody knows it's okay.
Except having his presence there, is Levi doing anything actively possible? He's actually he's being mezakeh.
It doesn't sound. I mean, maybe
I think he says he's mezakeh.
In other words, even if he is, it's derech agav. It's basically because he's being mezakeh. That's how we know that Levi knows about it. But I think him being mizakeh, it's derech agav. The point is, it's like he's saying, hey, Levi, come here a second. Look, see this thing? I'm taking it, right? You see, he has a sign on it, $3,200 for the Buick. I'm driving it home, and I'm going to get the money, and I have money at home. I'm going to get him and pay him, just so you're a witness that this is what I'm doing.
What payment?
I didn't ganve it.
I don't see how money comes in here. I do know that he has something beautiful. Reuben has something beautiful. He's taking Levi. He's using him out to be mezakeh for Shimon. Right? And how does the money come in?
It could even be look, he's you know what? He's selling it for 3,200. I'm going to give him 3,500. I don't have it available right now. No. I don't care if you're giving him 3,500 instead of 3,200. If you don't have it
I
available right
understand.
now,
We're talking about a case where he's selling it, where Reuben is selling
he's
it,
selling it.
and Shimon is selling it. I beg your pardon. Shimon is selling it,
Yeah.
and what? And Reuben is taking Levi and telling him,
He's taking him with him to show that, hey, listen,
be
this thing is for
koine,
sale.
be koine this chayfetz, which is nicer for the sake of me taking the other thing. Is that what is happening over here?
I don't think it's so much that the exchange. I think it's the fact that Levi is there.
But he said, look at the lotion over here. Let's read this again, okay? Davke atashum bein ach im atashum zomin muter haruven ligno mishimon vazike shomel davar yofe men ade levi. Tashum is the chayfetz yofe. Achim atashum zomin oib the tashum the shena the nice keli is available. Zomin is available, right?
Right.
I'm just reading. Muter
Like,
haruven ligno.
you have to remember back then.
Yeah.
Back then, right nowadays, it's common that we use money to represent the barter. But essentially, money's a barter. It's a certain amount of value. Back then, it would have been more common to that you're.
But look at this.
Tashum
Zomin means if the chayfetz is available, right? Listen to this. Muter Reuven ligno b'Shimon. Reuven can steal from Shimon. But all zakos the Shimon dovel yofim menu alidei Levi. He involves Levi. He tells it, lift up that keli and have in mind to be a makne, the keli which you lifted up, be makne for Shimon. Do that.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling him to do. I understand what he's saying now. I understand the case. What threw me off was a tashlum zomin. It's not cash tashlum. It's the keli tashlum.
Yeah.
So it takes the emphasis.
Well, but it could be either way.
No, but here is Dover Yofem Imenu. That's a pshat.
All right.
The
No,
case
but I'm
of
saying if you talk about that in money terms, it means like, well, even let's say I'm and I'm going to pay 3,500, even though he's asking 32 for it.
If you say cash is king, the way the Americans say, so then that's Dover Yofem Imenu.
Right. Correct.
It's the same as a kli, cash.
Right. Especially nowadays that it's unusual to give somebody something else that's not has nothing to do with it.
And by the way, the thing over here is the kli of a man. It better be the kule alma. Like there's no pluk to like the gasus and the dakas.
Right. If you're going to give him something less than it, then obviously you're aganev because
that's not that wouldn't work.
Especially we know that Gneva is bekulchehu. So that difference that you shorted him is Gneva.
Exactly, but he has to be the kule alma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has to be look at that. What you're giving him is better. So it's undisputed fact that So בשון שולחן ערוך דברי הראש, בתור שהראש לא דיבר על חופש ביישו של שמן, אלא ראש. So now he wants to make another chiluk. That which we say, that when you give a keli yofim imenu, that at the day Levi, which is a shlishi, right? That you mezake the person, is only talking about when the thing in question is something which is prone to be sold, and not what? And not private from the house.
Right. Now you're not taking his table. He didn't want to sell his table.
This is, and they explained the Shulchan Aruch and the Shach and the Alter Rebbe. They say al pi atur sheharosh lediber al chofetz bebeis shel Shimon. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work because at a harosh diber b'mikra sheyesh Shimon moitzer shemiud lemechiro. Erot is a fabrication, no, something which was beyutzer, something which was made, fabricated, right? Shod muter leruven lekach zamoitzer lo yedias Shimon. Well, the circus of Shimon is a tashum al yedei Levi, and then through Levi's lifting it up, lifting the keli, which is bimitzake to Shimon. Shemeach shamoitzer mudat mechira. אני יודעים בעד שמעון מעדיף את התשב"ח. I want to tell you something.
My question here is
It's a very important Haggadah he's bringing over here.
100%.
In Kinyonim. He's saying like this, okay, Adam Zoiche Shaloi Befanov, right? Bedover HaYofe Mimeno. Sagt der Tur, als das, was Rosh sagt, azoi, das rettet sich nur in a Fall, wenn sie da has komme von der Balabos. It's not
or even though it's not befeirush, but we can estimate that
no,
this
right.
Is the way
It's not that it's particularly has been consented to him personally.
And look at look at the lashon that anu yedim bevadaus. Right?
Yes, but the chiddush over here is
talking like you said. It's a thing that lekuli alma. This is a davar yafe.
Mendel, ik hoef te zeggen één zaak. The chiddush of the tour over here, and I hope I make, I always like to be understood. Otherwise, my shavik says that the chiddush of the tour over here, Beshem Arosh, he wants to be by his father, right?
Yeah, that's a davar emet lemechira.
Emet lemechira sagt was tut menufet? What's the accomplishment in that? That I'll tell you what it is. That good. Let's say, imagine you don't have the chiddush of the Torah. You're just telling me that he's mezake third party, the components over here. Third party, there shouldn't be a ganav. Shkoyach.
Right.
We start with that. Then you're telling me.
Don't worry. Now you're just like us.
You speak to Papi. I'll make it good for you. Speak to Papi. I'll fix it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does it with the. Also, it does. Also, the other component is Zolchinodem Shaloi Befanov. That's another thing. Another component. Right. Why you might think.
Right, and so it has to be clear that he's doing Nizake.
Yeah, but the chiddush over here. The chiddush over here is of the tool in the Beis Yosef is those listen sein Alpha became you need some sort of consent,
right,
of the, albeit not consciously. It's very dark.
But it's clear this is what he'll want.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be particularly consented to you or to him.
And think about it, and even then you have to be careful to not do it like a ganav and make sure something.
Exactly, and even then you need a third party. Yeah. You need a third party in order to make a ganav. I don't know if that's
my question here is on the mechaber.
That
because if you look at his lashon,
he doesn't seem to think that it's necessary.
Meaning if you look at his lashon, it would appear that the reisha, right, is also even talking about the situation that according to him, even this you can do, right? Or do we say no? He's the Rosh is just adding.
I think, if we're to say that the Mechaber holds like the Rosh and like the Tur, right? Which we don't. We have to. There's a limit how much we can tell what they hold when we don't see it inside, but at least we know what to look for. At least that's a good thing with this. We know what to look out for. The real question over here is: does the Mechaber consent to all these Hagdorahs, all these limitations that of when or not?
Right.
I think yes. I think. I don't know, but
I'm
inclined to say why not.
In other words, he's explaining it. The Torah is explaining the Rosh certainly this way.
Unless I don't see anything.
My question is the Shulchan Aruch, because he brings it as a Yesh Misha Eimer. He doesn't bring it like he didn't add the Omar.
What's a lashon exactly in the Shulchan Aruch? What's a lashon in the Shulchan Aruch? You know what I'm saying?
Isur lignei vafilu al menas l'shalim davar yafa mimenu moves right. What's it called? Oh no, this is not. Where's his lashon? And but
Also
then he
liegt noch
adds.
viel culture in Torah.
We'll have
Also
to
liegt
look
noch
at it
viel
inside.
but he doesn't say anything about stealing without his knowledge and giving him something better. I mean, we don't see it there.
Well,
He
I
doesn't bring.
guess we'll see inside, but it's right now. It's unclear just based on what I'm seeing,
Where?
what we see here, because we'll have to look at the lashon of the Shulchan Aruch Alein
Hashem,
and how he
Baruch
brings
Hashem.
it.
אמרתי לך shit.
We'll have to look at all that. But I'm not sure if the Shulchan Aruch is adding this as a separate category, or is the Shulchan Aruch what he's talking about in the first place was this situation also, meaning that the Rosh holds like this, but the Shulchan Aruch doesn't hold like this, or is the Shulchan Aruch talking about only to take it from his house and is usher, but he would agree with the Rosh on this. I'm not sure.
Good, because we're getting very strategic now. When we learn the Shulchan Aruch inside, we're
Then
gonna
we'll
get
we'll keep an eye to see what.
no, we're getting the we're warming up to the different opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, lass mich jetzt lernen.
Fine, weiter.
Okay, האם מותר לקחת זבל שהופקד אצלו ולעשות במקום מוצר כזה בדיוק? What does that mean?
That for example, you gave me a pekod and you gave me a box of Mike and Ike's, okay? And I'm gonna eat it now, and I'm gonna return to you a different box of Mike and Ike's. A box of Mike and Ike's and another box of Mike and Ike's is exactly the same.
What is Mike and Ike's?
Candy.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, בסדר.
Or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, no, I just didn't know what it was.
Twizzlers. A bag of Twizzlers.
I
I
just
have
know
a Fabrengen. What's it called? I have a Fabrengen. The Bachrim like Twizzlers, so I'm gonna bring your Twizzlers to the Bachrim, and I'm gonna tomorrow morning I'm gonna buy you another same exact bag. There's zero difference between them.
ואומן יש, אוקיי, בשעת תשובס בייס אפרים, נישו לגבי אומן, שנוסנו לו חתיכס כסף לעשות ממנו כלי, ואומן יש לו גם כן חתיכס כסף כיוצא בזה, ויש לו
Same quality
לא
silver.
להשתמש בזה שקיבל מהלקוח עצמי, והשאלה אם מותר להחליף, כלומר להשתמש בלי של בלוקח ואחר להוכין ללוקח את הכלי מחתיכס כסף אחרת שהיא בדיוק כמו הראשונה.
Right, I'm not gonna instead of what's it called? I'm gonna use this to make something else because this guy's order is due first, and then I'm gonna use a different piece of silver but it's exactly the same quality silver, no difference.
בית אפרים עונו שמאחר שמדובר במקרה שמחזיר לו את אויסוי המועצר בדיוק ומן הסתם הלקוח אינו מקפיד על זה כלל, הרי זה בכלל זה נהנה וזה לא חוסם ולא שייך לא ימר בזה רוצה לו בכף שלוי כי מי שהוא מחר במועצר שהוא ממש כשלו והרי כף שלוי.
Right, meaning when I'm giving you, I'm giving you, 20 ounces of silver to make a thing. Yeah. As long as you made me a thing that's 20 ounces of silver and it's the same quality of silver, he's saying a person's not meduyik if it's the same piece of silver. You know what I mean? Unless we're talking a piece of a piece of silver that
I understand what he's saying.
A piece of silver that was passed down in my family. So I want you to make a becher out of it. It's different, but a stam. I have a piece of silver, and it's 20 ounces, and it's quality X. And you're giving me back 20 ounces of the same quality X. What stam a person doesn't care.
Let me just comment something over here. I'll tell you, the Pesach Tshuva is mesupak b'zeh, and I tell you, I haven't seen it, but I tell you my feelings on this, because I mean, at the end of the day, lechaoira behekpeido talia milsa. The guy, in other words, why are you
fine? So, but you also have a thing of where there's a chazaka that people are not makpid, and that meaning in a place that people are generally makpid. Then we're going to assume that you're makbid unless we know differently, and vice versa. If generally people are not makbid about such a thing, unless I know that you're makbid, then there's no reason for me to think that you're makbid.
We must say like that because
now because obviously doesn't agree with this, but
yeah, no. I'm not asking on the Pesach Tshuva because I hold like him. You know, I mean, obviously he has qualms about.
I would
you know,
listen. I would write. No, I would love to see that Pesach Tshuva to see more. To see if it gives the reasoning why.
You know, Lechoira, he's saying he's not Madame Milsa and Milsa to the case of. Well, listen to this. You want to be you want to hear something good? Lechoira, this is this. I'm thinking, you know, it's mamish like what the Rosh and the Tur, and like we said before. Listen to this. What did the Tur say? There are three components over here, right? Number one, the mezake. You can get somebody to be mezake the silver. Okay, that's not a problem.
Fine.
Number two, you need something as good or better. I don't know. Here he's saying.
No, I see. You know the problem. You know what the problem is here. I see the problem here.
I see the problem. It's not better.
It's not mizumin. No, it's not mizumin.
It's not mizumin. It's not
Listen,
better.
If I had the 20 ounces of silver, why am I using your one and then replacing it? It's not mizumin. That's the
Mendel. There's more problems. It's not mizumin. It's not, what do you call it? It's not better. Why did you have to bring the case of better?
It doesn't have to be better. It has to be.
Excuse me. The case of the Rosh, and the Tur.
No. That was afilu yafim mimenu, meaning it has to be equal or more. It has. He said afilu yafim mimenu. If yafim, meaning you have to give him equivalent. And if I'll say, but I'm giving him yafim mimenu, that doesn't absolve you.
Excuse me, if you want to be Madame Milsa and Milsa, where do you have Levi over here?
That Levi's for a whole different thing. It's not for the Yafam Imenu.
No, but I'm saying
it's Levi's to keep Levi is so that it's not sneaky and it's known and it keeps everything.
So you're telling me over here that here you could be sneaky? You can't be sneaky here either with the silver.
No, but fine. But here it doesn't have to be sneaky because the guy because in that case he was being Meitzi Medeshuse. Here the guy brought it to him. It's not being Meitzi Medeshuse.
Very good.
But for sure, mizumin, that's a big difference here. In that case, the thing that he's giving him was mizumin. Here, if it's mizumin, why are you using his piece of silver? Use your piece of silver. Obviously, you don't have a piece of silver. You're gonna get later another piece of silver.
And that was the main component over here.
That is one of the main components by the Rosh. It has to be mizumin. So perhaps that's what the Pesach Tshuva is not liking. Is that it doesn't line up.
Very good.
Way. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 second. Guck an, was er sagt. Besser Freim Ono, שמאחר שמדובר במקרה שמחזיר לא יעשה המוטר בדיוק. ומן הסתם, על לוקח אינו מקביל כלל על זה. Right? And that takes away, right? And that,
because remember, in the case before, he's being machzir davar acher yafim mimeno, or equal to or better. But it's davar acher. So I think that's why the Beis Ephraim feels the way he does. I think that's the Beis Ephraim's svara. Is fine, but here it's not a kli acheres. It's eisei davar punkt.
Yeah.
And
I remember.
Says, but afilu hachi ain't a mizoman.
We're assuming that since it's bediyuk, like you said,
so therefore there's no room at all to think he's not makbid. And the Pesach is going to say, hang on a second, who cares? But it's not mizuman.
Yeah. Ja, ik moet gaan bij deze gasten. You know, ik heb een probleem jetzt, Mendel. Als ik moet hebben een dafjemische in a short site.
Good. Well, what's it called? Let's.
And I very much want to do this. I'm mamish verkocht in this, and I don't. Let's do this. Tomorrow I'm more flexible about staying longer. Only today I'm giving the share, so tomorrow I'm not. So if you allow me, you know, if you want to start tomorrow at 6:30 and we can gain a bisschen weiter, a bisschen länger.
Also fine.
Yeah, I'll put it here where because I would like to do inside also because we remember Wednesday.
Is it possible people are available in the morning a little bit?
I'm make time.
Morning? 7:30. I have my other class, my other shurim. Morning is fine. Just 10:30. I have a call that I can't really get out of. So anytime around that is fine.
When do you have it?
I have a 10:30 between 10:30 to 10:45. I'm blocked out.
So if you want, we do. If you want, Avremo, if you want to do 10:45
Let's do 10:45.
tomorrow, and then in the morning, right?
And let's aim in the morning to finish the sikum all together, and then at night we can go just go inside.
Fantastic.
Which
How far do we have to go in the sikum?
Let's see. This is what we were on page 8, and there's 9. Not so much. 3.
The she is 26 till 26.
Yeah, that's it.
To the questions. Okay, Shnish Kosher. If we finish it tomorrow morning, then we can go straight to the Mechaber, to the tour base.
And then in the evening we'll do just inside.
Mamish. But if we finish.